can do.
This is another design work what I'm trying to present, which is of an integrated data acquisition system, again for an aero gas turbine testing. This is using LabVIEW virtual instrumentation, the same set of products. Again, my presentation outline will be an introduction, a problem definition of a data acquisition for a gas turbine engine, a proposed method, what is the system configuration we have used and how we have developed it, the results, some of the VIs, the virtual instruments, whatever we have developed, a conclusion and a set of references. A typical aero engine development program. Here I have taken a military engine development program. It starts with the instrumentation of so many parameters. You measure around 1,500 parameters, which of course you can instrument and do a data acquisition on the ground. Then it moves to an altitude test facility in the ground. Again, you can use more than 1,500 channels. But on the development program, once the engine attains maturity, you go to a flying test bed, where you take a proven platform and put your experimental engine, and which has a typical capacity of roughly around 200 to 300 channels. Once that testing and you gain confidence, you further move into a flight integration test, where an aircraft on a flying platform will have mostly on an FDR, that's flight data recorders, around 50 to 50 channels is maximum. And once this gets at this phase, then you go to the final certification and the service induction, where you have hardly 10 channels of data acquisition from the engine, wherein the pilot can see not more than 10 channels at a time when he is flying. So if you take a typical aero engine development program, this is the way the number of channels gets tapered to a maturity. But here I am talking about a channel data acquisition system, which is on a ground based for more than 1,500 channels. This I will skip since I told earlier. Now, instrumentation, the technologies for a aero gas turbine engine, you name it, you will have those parameters here. You name it as the rotational speed, you have the gas path pressures, the slip ring telemetries, the non-intrusive stress measurement systems, the rotor blade tip clearance, the engine vibrations, the dynamic pressures, strain gauges, oil debris monitoring, various kind of test tricks and algorithms, embedded softwares for the control system and the ground system. So you have a whole lot of enabling technologies which you require by the time you certify the engine. Now, specifically, I am coming to what we have done. We have configured 1,200 channels data acquisition system using a virtual instrumentation. Basically, the numbers are here. I will not read out these numbers, which is pressures, the maximum of pressures, and then the temperatures, which accounts for the majority of 350 pressures and 320 temperatures. Apart from that, we have flow, speed, angular locations, and these are all the high bandwidth systems. I'll come to the bandwidths what we are looking at. With all this data, what we do the engine operating lines and the stall margins. We measure the engine pressure ratios, the specific fuel consumptions, the engine airflow estimations, and the bleed airflow estimations. We do a vibration survey of the whole engine, and of course the engine module efficiencies. A typical data acquisition, as I told earlier, which is the physical parameters to be measured from the engine, made into suitable forms using a transducer, and then a signal conditioning, and then you have a ADC, which is an analog to digital conversion, and then you have a data processing and monitoring. The parameters what I referred, we mainly use pressures, pressure probes, and then the electronic pressure scanners for an accuracy of 0.08% of full scale and 200 samples per second. Pressures, again for the fuel and oil, this is air medium and this is fuel and oil. We use the strain gauge pressure transducers conditioned by PXI, the National Instruments PXI conditioners, again for 200 samples per second. Let me not go through the whole thing. I'll come over here where there are high speed, high frequency requirements. If you take about vibrations, we sample at 20 kilo samples per second. The rotor tip clearance, which measures the tip clearances between the running rotors and the casings, which is around 0.5 mm. So that is around measured at 20 kilo samples. Strain gauges, we go up to 40 kilo samples, and the normal voltage channels around 200 samples. So the whole data acquisition system was developed to take care of these many parameters for these kind of desired accuracies and for these desired sampling speeds. So what is the architecture we developed? So basically for the pressures, since it is a multiple channels of 300 channels plus, we go for the COTS-based pressure scanners, which is from the Scaneval company. And this acquires the pressure channels, pushes the data onto an Ethernet, which is captured by a PXI-based system. Similarly, for the temperatures, It acquires using a temperature scanner and electronic pressure scanners, which again acquires the data from the K-type thermocouples, pushes it onto Ethernet over to this, and the fuel and oil pressure through individual transducers conditions, thus the ADC, converts it to engineering units and pushes the data onto an Ethernet. The main PXI system, if you take, it is configured around a PXI 8880 controller with various PXI cards over here to acquire the channels from the fuel flow, rotor speed, vibration, strain, and tip clearances. The whole thing is time synchronized with the GPS. And again, we are moving now to 1588 precision time protocol time synchronization between all these things. All these devices needs to be time synchronized, even though we are capturing the data at different times. And the time synchronization is done through IEEE 1588. And from the control system, these do acquire the data through the MIL 1553 bus also. So the whole of programming has been done on LabVIEW. LabVIEW, of course, has a graphical programming approach that helps to visualize every aspect of applications, including the hardware configuration, the measurement data, and the debugging, which makes it much simpler. Since this is a visual-based development program, it makes it simple to integrate the measurement hardware from any vendors. We can represent any complex logic on this diagram and then program it using the analysis algorithms and engineering custom users interfaces. The LabVIEW software, what we have developed, mainly has three screens onto it. We have the operator user separately and the calibration utilities separately, wherein we have the engine runs, we have the replay, and we have the offlines, and the display configuration, the channel configuration, and the calibration utilities. We have the config files and the data files, which provide the input to data logging, data processing, and the data acquisition modules. The whole of architecture is designed this way. And once this data is acquired, it is engineering unit converted and pushed to all the clients for the online module display. A typical flow chart includes, in the offline, you can have a replay, report generation, and of course the channel configuration and the calibration. And in an online, you can acquire the data from all these things, saves the data in the files, publishes the data for monitoring and for the user events. Some of a few virtual instrumentation screens what we developed. This is for the critical display for the engine operator. The operator ergonomics has been taken into control since he is looking at more than 500 parameters. The critical parameters have been placed on for the operator with, of course, the automatic caution and warning limits. And another one on the performance channels. This we do online plots, which it trends between various runs, critical parameters, and guides the operator to assess the engine. And these parameters, the whole 1000 parameters can be viewed at a glance, wherein all the stations can be analyzed, the performance can be analyzed. A fully automated calibration utility was developed to take care of the calibration of all the sensors being used. In conclusion, a state-of-the-art data acquisition system has been configured for a very high channel count instrumentation, which is specifically required for a narrow gas turbine engine application. This system has been installed and successfully providing a consistent, reliable data. Various online performance calculations have been incorporated, which facilitates easy and crucial decision making. An online client displays also has been configured for simultaneous analysis by various system specialists. With this, I conclude my presentations and any answers. Any questions, please? Sorry.